Hi everybody on the YouTube channel Varieties Tech, and today's video is going to be comparison between two Metro PCS phones. We have Samsung Galaxy S5 and the ZMAX or the ZTE ZMAX. So let's gonna just see this comparison. It's gonna be straight to the point. Let's gonna first start with the design of the phones. So we get the ZTE ZMAX. It has sharp edges, as you guys can see, a little curve here just to make it like easier to grab, which is kind of a little bit big because the phone 4.7 inch for the display, and you have little big bezels on the side as well as from the bottom, and you have capacitive buttons, and you don't have any physical buttons as we can notice in the Samsung Galaxy S5. And you have the front facing camera located in the top, as well as we have actually 8 megapixel flash all located in the back and not removable back, as you guys can see, and from the side where you can actually put the memory card and actually the power. Oh, this is for the SIM, I'm sorry about this. The other side where the volume records is actually for the memory card. And the other design, we have 5.1 inch display, and it's a Super AMOLED. Actually, we'll talk about this in detail. And you have heart rate sensor monitored here, and you have actually 16 megapixel camera and the power and the volume records, and you can take the back of the phone, and the battery it's removable with this device. Absolutely, it's going to be easy to grab with the Samsung Galaxy S5 because the Galaxy S5 actually a smaller phone and a little bit more compact. You got physical button and capacitive buttons in the bottom, and you have 2 megapixel front facing camera. The second thing I would like to talk about the display. Actually, in both phones has very nice display, especially the ZMAX with the 5.7 inch. 5.1, which is a smaller size, but this is the S series from Samsung. They like to be compact, so they don't go with different size. Actually, the Samsung Galaxy S5, as you guys can see, I mean, it has the true colors and the white balance, or it's more vivid actually from the ZMAX. Also, the resolution is way better. You talk about resolution, it's full HD, which is the 1080p for the resolution, and more PPI than the ZMAX. It has 432 PPI, which is the density per pixel, which is way like a better display. And it's actually Super AMOLED display, and compared with TFT display and the PPI with the ZMAX 258, it's like the half of the PPI that with a smaller screen, which is more also resolution. The resolution for the ZMAX is actually HD, which is not full HD, just 720p. From the experience, the touch sensitivity and the colors, it would be much better, especially if you are using the Samsung Galaxy S5. Also, I'm going to talk about batteries in two phones. Actually, the Samsung Galaxy 5 is actually a removable back and removable battery. It's 2000 milliamp hour. So Samsung battery actually always drain the juice much faster than the ZMAX. Even with that bigger screen, you talk about 3400 milliamp hour for the ZTE ZMAX. And the only things that's weird always happen with Samsung, I'm gonna just I would like to show you guys. So when you have Samsung phone, this type of batteries, actually, I'm just trying to get this one pop up. I just want to show you. I mean, that's it's actually the battery is fat, as you guys can see right now. It's not regular battery, because if you keep the phone in a charger for a little bit, the battery it gets fat and bulky. So guys, be careful about that. But overall 2900 battery, which is not good as the ZMAX battery, but it's removable. So I got this battery messed up, So I can go ahead actually and buy another one, order another one, and get it be replaced. But for a better lifetime, which is the ZMAX, this is from my experience, I can tell you it's lasts way better. That depends on how many hours you keep playing in the phone, or you have the phone in the action. But overall, the Samsung Galaxy S5 will drain the battery way faster than the ZMAX. One of the best things in phones, they actually the hardware, you know what I mean, what type of processor, because the processor and the chipset, it's responsible about everything in the phone, you know what I mean. The processor, if it supports LTE, so then the phone you can get LTE, and so on. So in this case, I mean, the Samsung Galaxy S5 using the 1.2 quad-core processor, Snapdragon 801, and 2 GB of RAM, internal memory 16 gigs, and which is the Snapdragon Karat 400, while you have 400 Snapdragon 1.2 quad-core processor for the ZMAX, and you guys 16 GB of internal storage, and the S5 Metro PCS version I'm talking about is also 16. For the application, you can extend the memory card in both up to 128 gigs, which is something good. And we're gonna just see the results here. It's like 341 for single core and 1123 multiple core, and see 973. This is actually about the you know what I mean, the multi-core with the ZMAX. So you can't compare phone for that range of price to phone like the S5, the 2 years flagship for Samsung. This is true, and you pay what you're getting for eventually. But that doesn't mean that the ZTE ZMAX is a bad phone. But just to guys let you know, if you have this phone and you want to upgrade, just to know these details, because this is important, especially when you get games, or by the time when the phone you download a bunch of the applications. You will see a big difference when you have the Samsung S5 in compared with the ZTE ZMAX, for instance. Last and not least, actually we're going to talk about the camera. The Samsung Galaxy S5 camera, it's a rugged and solid camera with 16 megapixel camera, and it's good for video recording up to Quad HD with 30 FPS. So if you would like to go down with the resolution, you're going to expect to get more FPS on the Full HD 60 and 720p, which is the HD up to 120, which is really good with that features. But this is actually not the best camera now and in 2015. While we have on the other side 8 megapixel camera for the ZTE ZMAX, which is actually, it's good. I mean, I like this camera, I've been using it. You can take macro, and you have manual mode, you can adjust the brightness, and you have ISO and HDR, which wasn't bad in compared with this phone price. But I always have some doubts about the front-facing camera, and the ZTE ZMAX is 1.6 and it's gives you 720p HD. It's not the best camera for the front camera. It has no filters and stuff like that, so always we don't look nice with this camera. And on the other side, no, the camera of the Samsung Galaxy S5 is 2 megapixel, but the quality would be much better, and also you can take up to 1080p, which is also give you more resolution because they're using actually a different sensor. It's not bad camera for the ZTE ZMAX in general in compared with that price, but now we're comparing this phone to the flagship of the 2014, the Samsung Galaxy S5. Yes, the Samsung Galaxy S5, it's way better camera. If you are in between the Samsung Galaxy S5 and the ZTE ZMAX, for instance, if you have the S5 and you're trying, or you thinking it's going to be an upgrade for you to go to the ZMAX, I would say don't go for it, unless if you have no choice and you would like to have a phone with the budget, you know what I mean, it's a budget phone, or you have a budget money you don't have, or you don't want to spend that much of money, like the S4, which is right now with Metro PCS, I'm sorry, the S5, it's running for $170. Not all the stores they have them, but some of them they do, so there actually is not going to be a best choice unless if you would like to save some money, or maybe you'd like to have a bigger screen, which is some people they do. That would be your choice, because you're talking about $99 right now for the ZTE ZMAX, which is acceptable phone and with this range of price. Once again, it's your choice. I'm not saying which one is better, but based on the specification that we have, yes, the Samsung Galaxy S5 would be a much better phone. And thank you so much. Please give this video a thumbs up about what you saw if you like, and also subscribe if you haven't, also if you like. And thank you so much again for watching, and I will catch you as usual with the next one.